Dilly dallying, I think we should drop into the drop into the news. Batman, what the fuck? Batman and DJ Khaled are friends? That makes sense. Also, I can't see the TV, chat. What's up with that? Chat, can you see the TV? Chat, I can't see TV. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, I had to just bump on my Tito. Oh my god, Banksy! Well, I think Dens is keeping his VIP. This is my hill to die on. Oh shit, Licknick, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't have the cash in this race. Apparently, that's how you win. This is politics for real. We've learnt here that whoever has the biggest wallet. Oh my god. Polls are rigged. I mean, I didn't have any control over this poll. I didn't do anything. I let the politics run themselves. Oh my god. Dens, legit, do you have long hair in that photo? Every single time I've seen that one, I keep having to re-look at it. I'm like, whoa, Dens with long hair. Oh my god, that spooky emote. That's not him? Oh my god. Okay. Alright. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. I thought it was like young Dens. Young Dens in his oh, it's not even not a minion, it's the thing from Toy Story. Oh god. Not me, but I did have long hair at one point. I could believe that. Alright. Like I said, we got a lot of news to get through today, so I'm going to jump into it. Starting off with a bit of a weird one. We're doing post E3. Again, I'm not going to do a watch for a lot of trailers here. We've already done a lot of trailer watching. If you want to go see a lot of that, that'll be in the VODs. Yeah, we will check out a few things from Nintendo because I didn't watch those on stream. But I'm not going to do a full Let's Watch for the Nintendo Direct. But yeah. Young Dens. Why have you not renamed your account to Young Dens? Transformers? Yeah, alright, we'll jump in. So, Niantic, the creators of Pokemon Go, a company who I have a lot of problems with personally, are making a Transformers game, which is something I don't really care about, but it'll be interesting because of a choice of an IP. I'm not really sure if this is something that will bring people in due to nostalgia. I don't know how big Transformers is anymore. I don't know if this is something that pulls people in, but Niantic feels like this is something they want to go into. So if you like Pokemon Go style games, maybe check that out. The weird thing is they've got 2 other games I believe that they are working on, the Harry Potter one and something else. So yeah, I don't know. Niantic kind of just, they've got the money to do whatever they want, honestly. Even if this fails, it makes no impact because of just how much money they get. Can we watch the 2042 trailer again? We can watch the gameplay trailer. No, we're not going to do that, CJ. I'm very excited about that. The best behind Peppa Pig? Best game behind Peppa Pig. Man, that Peppa Pig actually looked pretty good. Alright. Elden Ring. So, this again is probably the game that I'm the most excited for being shown off at E3 still, just because I'm such a big Souls fan. Now, FromSoft has gone and announced a lot of things. They did a lot of interviews. Miyazaki has sat down and said so much of the game. So if you don't want spoilers, by the way, try and avoid looking at any articles related to Elden Ring right now, because there is a lot of shit out there related to gameplay, story, world settings, just mechanically. Oh, Banksy, thank you for the host. Peppa game? Yeah, it's a Peppa Pig game. But yeah. I know people are still big into Transformers. Are they also 13? Oh my god, Banksy. So rude. I don't know what the fuck does a Transformers fan look like? That's the one I'm unsure about, especially as an adult. Like, do they just have a collection of the Transformers? I mean, I never was into them growing up, and I never was like got any of the statuettes and things like that. But I think some people do that. You need that? I think it's on the PlayStation Store, honestly, Jamie, if you really want it. But yeah, so this article won't have all the things, but if there is a lot of stuff out there about Elden Ring, if you guys want to go look it up, I do suggest go checking it out. There's some interesting stuff. I've already talked about how amazing the trailer is and it's so dense, but one of the biggest things is I am curious about how a lot of the PvP and PvE stuff will work, just in terms of I wonder whether or not they'll just make a bubble around you and that's what you can do your operations for online play or something, because it's not region locked. We're not going to have fog in the game. So I really don't know how they're going to handle a lot of that stuff. There seems to be summons and things like that, so it might be a lot more direct as in terms of like how you bring people in. I don't even know if there is PvP. I don't know if you can fight other players because we've only seen blue phantoms. So there's a lot to learn about Elden Ring still. But the trailer did show off quite a lot of like little hints and tricks and stuff like that. There's a lot of fantastic videos you can watch. You can watch like Iron Pineapple's video is really good on looking at possible mechanics. Vardy has a few things that he's thought about. If you want story stuff, of course, go to Vardy. Now, I won't cover that stuff right now because there's just still so little. I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I'll save them for another time. I really like Transformers toys back in the day. They're all fucking suck now. Or still might. I have no idea, Waddy. I don't even know if I own Transformers. Do you know what I owned, Waddy? I owned the McDonald's Transformers like thing. It was like the little, you could transform a burger into a little Transformer. Those were amazing. I had them. That's my Transformers memories. The fan I know was so impressed he got one the other day. He's making a video about it. Oh my god, CJ. So it's adult collectors, basically, CJ. The nostalgia adult collectors. I assume that's what they have to be, because it's not like they're playing with the Transformers, and it's not like they've got like... Are there Transformers comics? I really don't know. River City Girls 2 and City Girls 0 are coming from Way Forward. And I think River City Girls is coming to different consoles. I think it's coming to the PlayStation 5 as well. I still have not played River City Girls. People have talked up this game a shit ton. It looks really fun. I'm not really a beat 'em up person, but it actually looks legitimately fun. The designs look fantastic. And yeah, I think that this makes sense having a sequel and bringing the prequel quotation mark of the original game over. Pretty good idea. Now, I'll talk about Way Forward in a bit because I do still have an issue. I have an issue with them at the moment, but we'll talk about that later. But I'm excited definitely to see more from Way Forward and River City Girls 2. I wanted to play this. It's on Game Pass. Oh, cool. Bruh, Waddy. Babylon's Fall closed beta, signups open. So, if you guys saw my reaction to Babylon's Fall, I am massively disappointed. I'm really upset with Platinum at the moment. Like, they've had so much failures left, right, and center. It's kind of a little worrying right now, and I'm kind of getting a little worried as how they're running their internals. Because Babylon's Fall, I know, is a Square Enix title that they're publishing for, but if you look at Nier Automata went fantastically. But something happened with this particular title that Babylon's Fall originally was a single-player experience, an action game, as far as we knew, and now it is a multiplayer season pass style game. And that's awful. That is a terrible thing they've done. Also, I don't know what the fuck's happening with the visuals. They've completely redone how the rendering works, and everything looks really muddy. So the game looks really not great now. The combat looks all kinds of jank because it's been multiplayer-fied. And then the fact that there's a beta sign-up page, which is something I would normally be very excited to be able to play a beta or a demo, this is specifically for the online play. Now, I probably will sign up for this just to see, because Platinum games still feel really good generally. But, oh my god. Live service? You never heard of this game? Oh, really, CJ? Yeah, no, so this is Platinum's new game. And it's the one I was most excited for E3. I was like, oh shit, we're going to see Babylon's Fall in motion? Fantastic. But they didn't even really show that much. They literally re-showed old footage, but redone with the multiplayer systems. So we really didn't even see much of the game. All we saw was, this looks like a different game now. And that's pretty disappointing. And I hope that there is at least a single player version of this game. The only issue is the way that it has to have been reworked for multiplayer probably would mean that it's never going to feel like a proper action game again. Now, there are good action games, which we will talk about with Final Fantasy Origins, that has, like, Neo is a fantastic example of multiplayer action that does well, but it's not the same as stylish action games that are like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, which is what we were kind of expecting this game to be. So, we'll see. Alright, now Capcom. Capcom had a funny old presentation. They kind of left people a little bit unhappy just because of the fact that they did announce what they were going to show off, but people wanted more. Especially with how the leaks went, where people know about the idea of Dragon's Dogma 2 and a few other things that are coming out, and like RE4 remake, which honestly, if that's happening, hopefully that's soon, because it would go well with Village. But I think they're trying not to eat into their own sales still, especially with announcing like, say, World 2 or something like that. Your bets on the version for Forza is 100 euros. I have no idea. It probably will be a very expensive game, Jamie, just because new AAA games, especially on the PS5 generation, are pretty expensive. They're looking to be about like 120 Australian to like 130 or something like that. But yeah, jumping back into Capcom, RE Village announced DLC that's in development. So, and there's some Reverse stuff will launch in July. I enjoyed watching RE Village. I think that game looks fantastic. They've knocked it out of the park. This might be the best RE game, honestly, next to 2 and maybe 4. I've never played an RE game. I've only watched them, but I definitely appreciate the absolute living shit out of them. But we have, with the DLC here, a chance for them to set up new story or even visit different elements of it. I don't know if this one's just going to do similar to what the 7 DLC did. We might get different perspectives, like I think you played as Chris, and I don't know if the same might happen here, where it might be an extended point where you play as Chris. But yeah, more backstory to this universe would be fun, because it's actually a pretty cool universe, I think, they've done for Village. This is probably one that made people a lot of disappointed, but like I said, this is where Rise has me a little concerned. And Monster Hunter Rise 3.1 update has been announced, as well as some of the other roadmap style announcements. Now, there's not a lot. It's just costumes for pets, costumes for your character, new stickers, new animations, and some event quests. Now, the event quests are what I'm excited for, because it's just alternate versions to be able to play against different monsters in different regions and things like that. But we're not going to get anything too crazy like World did. Also, thank you for the follow, Yoiki? I never know how to pronounce certain people's names, because I'm like, oh, do I need to Japaneseify that? Penguins can't fly? Stupid game. Oh shit, yeah, it'll be a penguin that flies. That's pretty funny. Oh, that would be funny. Some of the bird skins are pretty good. I actually really want the dragon one, personally, but I never use my bird. I'm always in the gathering hub, so I never see my bird, so kind of feels a bit useless to me. But yeah, some of these outfits and things are pretty cool, but I won't go through them. If you're interested, you can go check it out. Oh, I guess that was all of the Capcom stuff I grabbed. There wasn't a lot, honestly. There was Monster Hunter Stories 2 stuff, but we covered so much of Monster Hunter Stories 2. I'm looking forward to that game. I can't wait for it to announce, but holy crap. Yeah. Yeah, this is some real shit. Guilty Gear Strive sold over 300,000 copies in its launch week alone. That's a shit ton. Just to put it out there, fighting games don't sell very well. Unless you're Mortal Kombat and now Tekken, they don't sell very well. This is crazy. Even Street Fighter struggled with Street Fighter V. This is fantastic. I'm so excited, because Strive is fun as fuck. I love Guilty Gear Xrd so much. I am a little disappointed with elements of Strive, like in just different areas, but if you want a fantastic anime movie, pick up Strive. If you want a fantastic like netcode so you can play fighting games with people all over the fucking world easy, this is fantastic. It's super fun, and there's some things that I really want to see them fix, and hopefully they will over time. But yeah, just the fact that people are excited to play fighting games is always just a fun thing to me. Wizard with a gun looks meh. I'm curious, Jamie, if that will be any fun. I'm a big fan of Don't Starve. I'm not really a fan of top-down shooters though, so I don't know how much I'll want to play it, but the fact that you have like a little alchemy lab and you're like a wizard and stuff like that seems pretty exciting to me. I may visit that game. Alright, speaking of fighting games, we're going to jump straight into Nintendo, and they started with a crazy announcement, which was Tekken's Kazuya is the next Smash Bros. Character, which super duper makes sense if you guys don't know how big Tekken is in the fighting game industry, and if you don't know how crazy, like, this took so long. Honestly, we thought Kazuya probably would appear earlier than this, or a person from Tekken, but it finally happened. Now, Bandai Namco, like, they published the game. There's so much they've gotten involved with that, like, and development for the game and stuff, that it taken so long for them to have this character in here. But yeah, definitely cool trailer. We might check this one out because this one was actually pretty fun. I laughed aloud when I saw this. So this is how the direct started, basically. Dead old Ganondorf. I saw a good tweet which was like, the direct started with dead Ganondorf and it ends with dead Ganondorf. So now we actually have an opportunity to see Terry versus Kazuya. We haven't had that. It's Ryu versus Kazuya as well, which is pretty cool. Some more fighting game crossover shit. And he fights pretty much, well, not the same as Tekken, but he fights pretty grounded. Fuck. This is just such a good seed. Everyone into the volcano. Now, if you don't play Tekken, this probably doesn't make much sense, but volcano throwing is important to the lore. He looks really good. He looks like he has all the iconic moves. He looks like he fights pretty fun. He'll be pretty strong. I don't know if he's going to be as grounded as, say, Ryu, because he probably should be, because that's how Tekken is. Tekken's not an aerial combat game. Like, at least Terry has a little bit of air stuff just because of how their game is, but with this, I think we're gonna have a lot of ground stuff, but he seems to have two forms of his transformation. So I'm going to assume he's a transformation character just because of the fact that his final smash is his full demon form, and partial demon form just seems to be like just a part of his moves and stuff like that. More interesting in Bear and Breakfast. Which one was Bear and Breakfast, Banksy? I saw that game you were playing the demo of was amongst the trailers. I was excited to see that. Heihachi is dead. Tekken 5 intro plays. You haven't played Tekken in so long. I'm not a big Tekken fan. I'm not a 3D action, a 3D fighter player. I like Soul Cal, but like that's really it's the far I can take it. There's something about the movement systems and the amount of buttons that are in Tekken that just throw me super hard. I'm gonna sleep because I'm end up sleeping on my phone. No problem, Jamie. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Wizard with a Gun sounds like the new Magicka, but I haven't seen the gameplay of it. Yeah, honestly, Sage, I thought that's what it was going to be like, but it totally wasn't. It's nothing like that. It's looked closer to Don't Starve, honestly. It's a similar art style to Don't Starve, but you're a bear, and you're trying to be and be in the forest. Oh, that's super cute. Banksy, if you got the trailer, I'd totally check this out. I hope that one of his taunts is his smile, has his smile in it. Oh god, yeah. Is this the... Oh, no, it's Tekken 1. God. PlayStation 1. This takes me back. I played Tekken back on the PS1, and it was a game that I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Can I post links? Of course you can, Banksy. I have no restriction on links. It's just whether or not I click them, or if someone else... one of my mods are very unhappy with you. Oh, that grin. It's so good. What's this? I don't know if I've seen this. So is this something coming out, is it? Wait, I feel like I've seen this. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh no, I don't recognize this. Oh, I recognize the hat. This is the bear that I was like, why has he got the hat from Gravity Falls? It looks pretty cute. It's very soft looking. Daimono.com. Someone want to register Daimono.com and it just links you to my Twitch. So you run like a little house. So you actually just go out and get stuff. Oh, wait. Banksy, is this the one with the old lady? And she's like, oh, it's a rundown house and you got to build it up. And there was all these animals. I think I remember that trailer. Yeah, it looks really cute. I'm hoping there's a dark aspect to the game, like being able to attack people. Oh, God. I'm gonna go with no, Banksy. I feel like this looks like a very wholesome game to me. Like, this looks very wholesome to me. But I think it might just be for kids. I'm fairly sure it is, just looking at it. I think it's a very kiddie game. CJ, be nice, please. CJ is never nice. He's Mr. Not Nice. Now, okay. Astria Ascending. So I didn't really want to talk too much about this game, but I was excited by this trailer just because of the fact that I'm a big fan of Vanillaware, and this game does a fantastic job doing the Vanillaware art style, and I'm wanting more games to do that, because holy shit, I love this art style. Now, the game itself isn't too interesting just in the sense that it's just a turn-based RPG. Basically how a lot of mobile games play these days as well. But it looks interesting enough.
You fool. I love all of you.
CJ is the epitome of tsundere. Was it in the Wholesome Showcase? I think it was, CJ. I'm fairly sure it was. But yeah, this is a really pretty looking game. It's a turn-based RPG. I like turn-based RPGs enough, but it takes a lot for me to play different RPGs these days because there's just so many of them. But yeah, still pretty cool. Now, this one took me by surprise. So this is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. So Guardians of the Galaxy took up so much of Square Enix presentation. It was ridiculous how much time they took up. Now, the game looks fantastic. I am excited for it. It does have the movie appeal for it. Different characters, obviously. Like they look kind of like the movie ones, but they're kind of different. But it still has that vibe, which is fun to see. But Square Enix decided to spend like 30 minutes talking about this game and showed the same footage over and over and over and over. It was not a great time. Also, I had to mute the stream a lot because apparently they wanted to just play music all through it. But apparently there was also alternative versions of streams like Square Enix that wouldn't play licensed music for streamers. I didn't know that was a thing, so we might have to look into that next year. But yeah, the thing that took me by surprise here was the fact that this was being announced for Switch. Now, this actually reminds me that there are going to be games that are stream games, which means that you will not actually have the physical thing on your console, that is actually streaming from another source, which again I think is bizarre. That's why the game looks so good on the Switch. Same with I think Stranger Things, not Stranger Things. The Life is Strange. I think that one might also be a stream game, just because both of these looked very good on the Switch, and this console is not the strongest thing in the world. But yeah, I wouldn't suggest picking it up on the Switch unless you really need to. If it's the only console you own, sure, and you really want to play this game, but I feel like you might have a miserable experience still, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong about that. However, Mario Party Superstars announced for Switch is not a disappointment because this actually has all the retro stuff. This is a better version than that weird, like, minigame collection we got previously because it actually adds old board games. It's literally the ultimate remix of previous Mario Parties. Now, I hope that the online is fantastic and is just straight there in the base because the previous games didn't have that. I really like Mario Party, but I only buy them like once in a blue moon for these. Samurai jizzed himself 10 times on stream when this was announced. I guess we'll have to play this with Samurai. We'll have to have like an Aussie stream Mario Party. It's very pretty looking. The Mario Party team does a very good job now. It's got that really nice Mario art style that the modern games have sort of gone for. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. Finally, actual Mario Party. It's got all the mini games they're showing, actually all ones that I really love as well. So it's pretty exciting. And I thought originally it was only the N64 titles that they were showing off mini games from, but it's 100 mini games from all across the series. So there'll be modern ones in there that people will really like as well. So, but it's a proper Mario Party, which is always just jank dumb fun. So, but yeah. If you guys are interested, that will probably be coming out very soon. I believe a lot of these actually are coming out this year or late this year, so yeah. Where's the bus cleaning minigame from Mario Party GameCube? Bus cleaning minigame? I don't remember that one. I think the GameCube, the last one, I think Mario Party 3 and Mario Party 4 are my favorite. The last N64 and the first GameCube ones are my favorite. Now, talking about jizzing on stream, I reckon Spooky went crazy when he saw this. So Spooky has talked about how much he wants Super Monkey Ball for ages, a new Super Monkey Ball. I don't know if this is a new one. I think we're still trapped in the realm of Monkey Ball is just being rehashed continuously, the same thing over and over, and I think this is the same thing. But they did announce Super Monkey Ball Mania, which was leaked, so we knew it was coming, but it was pretty still exciting for a lot of people. So you can see here, this game seems to... This little trailer just shows off all the previous games through the years and things like that. But then, when we get to here, it shows off the new one. Which, I am not a big Monkey Ball fan, so it's hard for me to tell if this is all new or old. But they've got... it says remastered. So I'm assuming that it is like the previous ones. But there seems to be new stuff in there. Like, there's some new game modes and new maps that I don't recognize. So this this might be a game with at least some new content. So if you've never played a Monkey Ball, it might be a one worth picking up. If you like old Monkey Ball but you haven't got all the old collections, maybe this one's the one to pick up. So yeah, pretty cool. And again, I think Spooky must have lost his fucking mind. But speaking about games being brought back as a collection, here we have Danganronpa Collector's Edition. Decadence. So, I was actually slightly excited this. I was actually talking about maybe I should play Danganronpa 2 again, because I love Danganronpa. 1, 2, and 3 are fantastic. Shooter 1, less so much. But even the animes, I love the anime. Apart from the final anime arc, but holy crap. The collection is finally coming to Switch, which is really cool to see. Lots of people will really love this. This is a very exciting thing. But one of the big things, I don't know if they've got it in... Oh, they don't have the trailer here. So there is a board game mode from Danganronpa 3, which is actually quite fun. And they're turning it into a full game, which looks really, really good and has new content. And supposedly, you can buy it as a separate game, which is really fun. I cannot wait for that to come out. So, yeah. Danganronpa, the cult classic, or cult classics, is definitely going to sell very well on the Switch, I think. But yeah, pretty exciting. Oh, shoot.
Chubby Buns just subscribed. You woo 9 months, you woo Daimono, love Daimono.
Thank you, Buds. How you doing? Thank you for the 9 months, I appreciate it. It's still crazy to me. The idea that I'm seeing month counts of like above, like, still month counts over 6 months is still nuts to me. So I really appreciate it, Buns. But welcome on in. We're just doing our E3 like roundup. Guys, if you don't already follow Buns, she is one of the Sapphire Stardust who do Monster Hunter with me. Please go give her a follow. She's super sweet, super charming, and always fun to watch. But yeah, how have you been, Buns? How was your week? Were you excited for E3? Was there anything from E3 that you were like super excited about? I have lots of stuff that I'm very excited for, but I have to really have to hold myself back from talking about additional things because we did a Let's Watch for lots of stuff, so people already should know at least some of my reactions, but I will talk about some of the things I do like. I fucking hate Danganronpa. You don't like Danganronpa, NC? I was originally quite against Danganronpa just because of the fact that I thought the concepts of the murder games were just a bit messed up and just it was dark in a way that I didn't think was good. However, you kind of understand the game when you play it. When I first played it, that intro sequence kind of threw me, and then I was like, oh, okay, this game is charming as shit. Like, the murder mystery is like a weird part about it. It does murder in a very light-hearted way, which is a weird thing to say, but it's not a particularly disturbing game. Breath of the Wild 2 second game, Metroid, FF Origins. Buns, we'll be playing FF Origins after the news today. I've already beaten the demo, but I'll show it off more today because I actually think that I might be able to continue with my save to get stronger, which I want to unlock the Dragoon because I want to see how that plays. But it's quite fun if you haven't played it already. Though I think it's only on the PS5, so that might be one of those weird things. So, but Metroid, we're almost at Metroid news. Metroid news is actually coming up. But for now, Breath of the Wild sequel closes E3 2021, aiming for 2022 release. So, if you guys didn't see this is the trailer, the newest trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, a game that I really hope they get their shit together. Because you guys all know how much I have issues with Breath of the Wild. But I don't think my fears have been alleviated with this trailer. You'll watch it? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I will be doing it in a bit. It's pretty... If you like Neo or action games like that, you will probably enjoy Origins. I feel like Origins will probably push a lot of people up. But this trailer's pretty cool. It looks like we're returning to Skyward Sword, which is interesting because we're getting the remake of Skyward Sword coming out. And yeah, or remaster rather. It looks like Link has lost his arm and now has the Shikai's tablet skills built into his arm. And we've got a few new skills. And I still haven't reversed this audio track here. I don't know if it's just weird music or if there is some sort of weird time-ish. I think time might play a part in this particular Zelda, but I'm not particularly sure how. It looks like Ganondorf wasn't fully defeated. My friend came up with a theory that I absolutely love, which is the idea that the person we have seen at the start of this trailer isn't actually Ganondorf, it's actually Link from the future. Now, Calamity Ganon obviously was defeated, but it seems like whatever he infected the world with seems to be still going on. But I do like the idea of my friend's concept of the idea here. Where is it? They show him. I don't know where they show him. Hang on. Where's Grumpy Man? Okoko's returning? Oh, please, no. I hate those things. They might, CJ. You're actually right. But this man here may actually be the past version of Link that's been corrupted by whatever this weird energy is. And, fuck, it could be Vardy. Who knows? But, yeah, it's interesting to have, like, this man here who has bright, long red hair, holes in his hands, and I think only holes in his left hand, by the way, which is the hand that Link has the Triforce in. And he seems to have like sort of a hilt on him and stuff. There'd be some stuff here because if you look at how the art was originally for Link in the original Link that beat Ganon, he had long flowing red hair, which is what this guy has. So that I'd be down for that. That'd be fun. A bit better than that just being Ganon, because if it's just Ganondorf, then that's fine. But I feel like it might be a bit deeper. Now, supposedly the title of this Breath of the Wild has is important, so it's going to mean something when that's revealed at some point. But it looks very much like Breath of the Wild still. Again, I still think this ability here is super cool to me. Again, it'll probably just be to get up higher so you can jump off vistas. There's a lot more like temple structures and things like that. I love my golds. I think that autumn colors are just my favorite, and a lot of trees seem to have this in this game. So visually, this one might be a little bit more striking for me, because I think Breath of the Wild was lacking in a lot of areas for visuals personally. But yeah, Link became Mega Man. He does. So he actually gets a, like, I think it's here. He actually gets a dragon on his shield, and then he just breathes fire with it. I want Tingle to return, Waddy. Why can't Tingle return? It sucks. You phrase it, you're not a fan of murder mystery games? That makes sense. That's fine. Time in a Zelda game? Well, we don't know. We've got so little go on. Zeltic is a funny person because he's got so much cred now in terms of like Zelda stuff, but he's thrown out some wild things there. And I kind of think that some of them don't really make much sense, but we will see. We'll see how this all pans out. But we're definitely going to see a lot more temples. We're going to see a lot more like structure stuff. We're going to be a lot more aerial stuff. But hopefully we see the return of proper temples and getting powers in an order or they impact your ability to traverse the world and stuff. Because as it stands right now, I don't like how Breath of the Wild's mechanics work. So I really am holding off until I see more from the future trailers. But I will probably play this game either way. I'm that much of a Zelda fan, and as much as it'll rub me the wrong way, I probably will still play it. But at least I know going into this one, it's not going to be as different compared to what going into Breath of the Wild was. Please, Nintendo, keep a dungeon. So supposedly the DLC 3, I think it was, CJ, gave really good dungeons. I didn't play them, but apparently they were super, super fun. And they were a lot more old school in terms of how dungeon structures were, so... Was that Moblin wearing a hat? No, they've got horns. So it seems like whatever's happened, the corruption in the world, has changed the Moblins. So they're either getting more powerful or they're just mutating or something. I'm really sure what's happening there. Also, it seems like we are in a different region of Hyrule. It's not just Sky Islands. There is stuff shown there that's on the ground that we've never seen before. So don't know what's happening there, but the land structure might be changing because of all the corruption. I wouldn't be hopeful for that considering the sequel is Breath of the Wild. If they went in that direction, it'd probably be a different game entirely. I know, that's the thing, Waddy. That's the thing that worries me. It saddens me because Breath of the Wild, I think, is the thing that kills Zelda for me in a sense, which I really hate that. Just by the way, I really don't like, I'm not Phantom Hourglass. A Link Between Worlds. I think A Link Between Worlds was that's when it all started to come undone for me, but it's fine. I'm an old school Zelda fan. I'll always have my old games, so it's okay. I got my Twilight Princess. I will always be super happy about that. Weapons break faster but hit harder. I was talking to friends about it. What would be really good, actually, CJ, is we were talking about how a better way for them to do it is you can have it as the weapons break, but it's like a trial basis. Like you almost get them on a trial basis. So you get them early, you test them out, and then you I got the perfect plan. Hey Armin, how you doing? That is straight up Ganon. Gerudo Jewelry gave it away. Yes, but remember that you can also be brought into, like Link gets brought into the Gerudos. Like he's not necessarily, like you can be given stuff by the Gerudos. Like he could just have that jewelry. It hopefully isn't just Ganon though. That's my big hope, because it would be a little boring if it is just showing off Ganon. But well, Ganondorf, because I don't think it's Ganon. Ganon is the manifestation of like malice. Ganondorf is the man. But like I hope that it's Ganondorf, honestly. The combat in Breath of the Wild was slap a mob 50 times and it was boring. Yeah, it wasn't great in my opinion. I don't think the combat was super fun. But I do hope that the way they should do the broken weapons is you get them, they're weak, and then you can repair them or improve them to the point that they become like standard, and then you just have them from then on. And then maybe you can upgrade it or something. That would be what I would want. I don't like just weapons breaking continuously, and I think that was one of the biggest pet peeves people have for those games. Combat was more about swapping to new weapons on the fly and stealing them from enemies. I don't really want that, CJ. I think weapon swapping is just not fun in that game either, because you have to go to a menu. Like, they'd have to make it have some sort of hot swap system if they really wanted that, and I think that would be clumsy as fuck for how they're doing the systems currently. But yeah, how you doing, Armin? I assume you were pretty excited for a lot of the Nintendo stuff. Speaking of which, we'll move on to the big one, the big reveal, in my opinion, for all of the Nintendo Showcase. Metroid Dread. Another Metroid game, which is really fucking crazy. Now, I am super duper excited for this. This is a game that has been teased and announced. Well, it's been talked about for so long that they wanted to make it, and then they finally got to make it because the previous game, the Metroid Zero Mission, was the one that they were so impressed by the team that made this that they decided to hand over this game with the idea that they've wanted to do for so long to make it, and they've knocked it out of the park. This is so good. Oh, this is a treehouse. Oh, I want the trailer. I don't want the treehouse. Hang on, what? Why have you put the treehouse? Oh, I've grabbed the wrong article. This isn't the announcement one. Eh. Metroidvanias make me feel emotion. Same, and that's why I like Zelda. Please give me back my Metroidvania in Zelda. Oh man, that little the bird call. I wonder how important that bird call is. Because it's kind of like a computer sound, but it's also like it's like a bird trapped in a cage or something. But it's so fantastic. You love how this game is half the time a horror game. Well, that's the thing. That's like Metroid's always kind of had this vibe. This makes perfect sense for Metroid. Like this, we're finally ending up in the space that like a way that Metroid should be going. This makes super duper sense. Now, Samus loses a lot. Samus gets like destroyed or captured or attacked quite a lot. But yeah, holy crap. The fact that this game also looks like it's so far in development as well is really exciting, because it straight up, it looks like Metroid. They've done a very, very good job. This just looks really fun. So a big thing is here, it seems like Samus is being captured or she's in the bottom of somewhere and she needs to get back to her ship because this place is infected and there's AI and there's even the race that she got the morph ball and stuff is in this as well. But yeah. So the thing that I think that there's two things that I think that they with this game, and the reason why they couldn't do it for so long is back in the day is they couldn't do AI the way they did. So AI is going to play a major point in this game because it's Samus versus what seems to be infected AI, which makes sense for because that's what Metroid does. She infects computer systems, she mutates things, she takes over. Mother Brain is like probably going to make a reappearance in this. I don't know how, but or at least a Metroid that's infected the system. But the reason why this game probably took so long was specifically this thing here. These AI that chase you. Samus, the hunter, is being hunted, and she cannot kill these monsters or these machines. Now, the other thing about this... Oh, Elbao, thank you for the host. The other thing about this is that Samus needs to go invisible. She has to trick the AI, which is super duper important. The Emmys? Emmys design make them seem more future oriented. Oh, they're called Emmys. I wonder if that means something. But yeah, so Samus can't kill these. So this is one of those rare occasions that, like Ridley, sometimes you had to just avoid and stuff. But this isn't the same. This is literally enemies that are in general areas where you have to use a stealth suit to stop. So you get to Metal Gear your shit and try and avoid being killed by these creatures, which animate fantastically. The animations in this game look so good. There's so much passion. If you watch the treehouse, especially against this boss, there's so much good stuff in there. They're called Emmys. Oh, cool. They're very cool. I really like them. I love how they animate. But yeah, very excited for this game. I've actually thought about doing a Metroidvania. I was going to play Castlevania and Metroid. The original games I was thinking actually stream was Castlevania and Metroid. Just because I really like these games. And we never got around to it, which is fine. But one day I will have to play them on stream. You can only carry one weapon at a time but fix the menu problems. Link isn't connected to the Gerudos in any way. It's more reminiscent of Twilight Princess Ganondorf's jewelry anyway. I don't know. I think don't get too like attached to certain ideas, Armand, because it's still far too early to know anything about Breath of the Wild, honestly. I like the blast cannon that you can get because it changes the entire view. Yeah, well that's I like that because it feels a lot more it reminds you of like Metroid Prime, and I like that a lot. I should have probably put this with the other Zelda news. So Hyrule Warriors is actually doing the Calamity DLC, Wave 1, Wave 2, and if you are excited for Age of Calamity, if you're a fan of Breath of the Wild, if you like Hyrule Warriors games, maybe check this stuff out. Honestly, I'm not going to play this because I don't like the world of Breath of the Wild, but like, yeah, I think if you're a Breath of the Wild fan, this is probably very exciting for you. But again, I like Hyrule Warriors, but I don't really give a shit about, like, I don't like the art style of Breath of the Wild that much, and I don't really like, I don't know, there's just, the world itself isn't as interesting to me for some reason. There's something that I just reject with this game, but God, I wish I gave a shit about Zelda this year. That's okay, you've got Metroid to look forward to, Al. Controlling an entire Guardian seems cool. Yeah, they're going for a lot more bigger things, which is cool. You sunk over 200 hours in the original, but you never finished this one? Yeah, I did. I played a shit ton of the original, Waddy. Waddy, my favorite Ganon design still will always be that Hyrule Warriors one. It's so dope. Big-haired Ganon, very cool. I don't even think it's the art style, it's something that just felt different. Yeah, the world just feels off. I feel like there's no... I feel like there's a lack of personality to the world of Hyrule, Breath of the Wild. I don't know. There's just so many different areas where I just didn't care. Like, I just didn't connect to it. I do have Metroid, and I love how it looks. Yeah. Yeah. But, man, here's the most important news. Switch Pro news. Game & Watch the Zelda system announced. Here's our Switch Pro. Gosh, I cannot believe it. This is such a Japan thing to be announced. And I can't hate Nintendo necessarily for doing this stuff, but I still don't know who these are for half the time. Like, because it's literally a Game & Watch, which is a very small device, which is cool to do the resolutions that they're doing. But and the games on them are fun. They're all fun games, but like, I don't know who would want this in a sense. It's just a weird collection. Holy shit, the Switch Pro looking hot. Hot AF. Ironically, they've got like these three games. These are the games I wouldn't play again. I like Link's Awakening a lot, but I think I like Link to the Past way more, so if they had that, maybe it'd be more interesting, but that'd be too much for this, I think. Good morning, evening, Mr. Cat. Mr. Cat. Mr. Cat! Hey Bob, how you doing? Killing and hitting enemies didn't feel as impactful. I don't know if it was just me. The combat didn't feel great, honestly. Oh wait, are you talking about the Hyrule Warriors? I actually didn't mind it, but I didn't spend enough time with it. I played in the demo. They added a version of Game & Watch, and I don't know how you're not excited. Whatty? Again, I have no idea who this is for. This is just such a funny thing. But it's a collector's thing. These things come about. But, Kit Kat? I'm not a Kit Kat. I'll be a Kit Kat. Wait. I'll be a matcha tea Kit Kat. A neat little curio. A neat little churrito. It's one person specifically. Now, this one took me not by surprise, but I was super impressed how this looks. So SMT5 actually showed off a lot more of the game, like a lot more of the game. And holy crap, this game looks lovely. It's so pretty. I was already excited for this because I wanted to play an SMT. I haven't played the previous ones. I'm a big Persona fan, but I never played the previous ones. And this one looks so good. It's so pretty. They really learnt some shit while making Persona 5. I like how you can carry Hyrule Warrior Egg Edition. Oh, parry. Yeah, I don't mind the parry system, honestly. But yeah. Now, if you're into dark RPGs, SMT has always been like a go-to. Now, if you know a lot of the demons from Persona, this is where they originate. So, and it's a completely game focused on those demons. But, oh shit, chaos. I feel like chaos is now a trigger word. This is edgy Pokemon. Kind of is. But it's very cool. It's just very fun. You'll find CJ, I think the problem is that I think a lot of Western people don't realize just how many monster collection games there are out in Japan. There's quite a few of them. And there's only a few of them that get really big. The parry and Rush Flush and Warriors was kind of cool. I think that the fact that each character had a different status, the Shikaya Slate did a different thing each. Mothman returned? Shit, yeah. Curio novel, a rare, a unique object. A object of curiosity. But yeah, it looks really good. It doesn't really show too much of the gameplay, but like, holy crap. Do they have the treehouse? If you look at the treehouse stuff, like it looks so good. I'm very, very excited for this. The battle system in the game looks exactly like P5 from my son in this trailer. Yeah, I mean, what are you... P5 is... Persona is based on SMT. It's a spin-off from SMT, and they're mostly the same. The difference is the fact that your demons are your party members rather than people being your party members. And you play as your main entity, which is the demon collector, the demon lover. But yeah, I think it's so good. The fact that this is a lot more open world looking, the fact that the environments look a lot nicer, the fact that it feels like the style, they've figured out the style a lot better. Because if you look at old SMT, and it's kind of something that kind of always put me off, is that it kind of looked a little too gritty at times. And there was the reasons why I never went back to Persona 1 and 2, because they just are very dark looking. But yeah. SMT is off-brand Persona, don't at me, God. I can't believe people keep having to be re-educated that SMT is the origins. It's still very bonkers to me. Anyway, let's keep moving. Oh, so I talked about earlier about Way Forward. I have me having issues with them. Like, this is the thing I'm having issues with them. Now, this is something exciting. I love Advance Wars. Now, it's very strange because Advance Wars has now moved on. The team has moved on to go make Tiny Metal, which isn't terrible, but it didn't come out fantastic. Everyone's just copying Persona these days. Now copy your homework. But Advance Wars coming back as a reboot for people who never played it back on the GBA is not a bad thing. I'm pretty excited for this. Now, Advance Wars is Advance Wars. If you know Advance Wars or the Wars series, you'll understand what these games are. But the big problem I have is the art style shift. Like they've kind of gone for a 2D, 3D thing. Like I don't like the 3D humans. The tanks and stuff look fine. The buildings look fine. But the big thing that annoys me is actually the 2D art for the COs. looks not great in my opinion. I really don't like the art style for them, and it's kind of annoying. Like, the way they animate is kind of weird. I kind of don't like the very, very almost softness, and it might be just one of those things that I'm such in love with the GBA pixel art that it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. But I don't think this art style works like perfectly for this game, and maybe they should have adapted some of the character styles to match their art style a bit more. But yeah, if you have never played an Advance Wars, maybe pick these up. They're very fun games. They're very, very good. They're tactical map games, similar to, like, say, Fire Emblem, but they are... I think it's weird not to have Advance Wars 3 though, because it's actually a trilogy, not a duo. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Persona 5 says Shin Megami Tensei on the fucking box. I don't think it does, Al. I think that only the older ones used to say that. I don't think the new ones do. First the world ends with you, then SMT. Now, what's next, Pokemon? God. Can't believe they made Jazz from Persona 5 a real thing. God. Joker from the Hitman from Batman? You guys. I hear they made curry a real thing too. Shit, I should go some Japanese curry right now. That'd be so good right about now. Other thing I'm going for is something I was very excited for, and it actually leaked a little while ago. Well, strangely leaked in a weird way, but it's the new WarioWare game, WarioWare Get It Together, which, yeah, I'm very excited for this game. I love WarioWare games. This one's very interesting because you actually, every minigame changes depending on the character you play. That's not something we used to have. So we actually get to play variations of the same minigame. So, like, we've got here that we've got someone playing 18 Volt, and he has like a shooting mechanic. We have Young Cricket. Young Cricket, he actually moves around, he jumps around the screen. Like, the fact that each character plays differently in a minigame, super, 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 super cool. And I really, really like that. I thought that Wario was in Lady Dramesco's outfit. What, from the art before? No. But yeah, I can't wait for this. I really do hope this is online, because I'd love to play with you guys on this one. Because I think some of the multiplayer elements of modern WarioWare are just super fun. But I'm going to play the shit out of this game. I love WarioWare. Do you know the names of the Wario... Why do you know the names of the WarioWare characters? They've been the same characters for like forever, CJ. They all have like a plotline and a story and stuff. They're all like they're fleshed out characters. They've all got like personalities and everything.
And it's fun, you know, when you win, there's a different animation. When you lose, there's a different animation. And both are
Have you played a WarioWare, CJ?
fun to look at.
Look, hang on, I'll show you. Look at that. Look, they literally have their names here. Look. Wario, Cricket, 18 Volt, Mona, Dribblin' Spitz, Dr. Cygor, 9 Volt. I'm deeply invested in the WarioWare lore. You learn the WarioWare lore by playing it. You played one on the DS. Every game has it. It's pretty much we've gone and seen their life as it progresses around Wario, basically. Wario runs a company, and originally they weren't his employees, and then they made him employees. 9 Volt's mum. I can't even think of what she looks like. WarioWare lore deeper than Dark Souls lore? I know. Wario is pretty shit at running a company, that's what I know. But yeah, very fun. I'm very excited for that game, that's for damn sure. I really like WarioWare DIY. I don't know which one I like the most, but they're all very fun. I don't think I was ever so fast to take a double take. So, okay. I think this is the last Nintendo one, but No More Heroes showed off more of the game. They showed us actually some combat. They showed us another boss fight. Now there's a shit ton of, like, if I worry about showing too much of this game, so I'm not going to go show off too much of No More Heroes 3. But yeah, this game looks really fun. I still don't know if the art style with the weird, like, sort of overlay for how the render is going I like, but very excited for this. I still like No More Heroes a lot, so this will be really exciting. Also, it's weird because the lore's changed a whole heap since 2, so it's going to be very bizarre. Mona and 9 Volts Mum is top tier. Hang on. I don't remember these. Who are these? 9 Volts Mum. 5 Volt.
Glad we agree 9 volts.
Oh, that's right. That's 5 Volt. Right, I remember her. Well, who's Mona's mum? Mona... WarioWare. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, Mona's brother is 9 Volt. How did I never realize that? Is that true? Turns out I'm a fake WarioWare fan. There is a lot to remember. CJ. I know the names, I don't remember all the super nitty gritty. Shit. WarioWare's super fun though. But yeah, that was all the Nintendo news. So we might just jump into some more of the normal news. We'll try and get through this as quick as we can because we've got a few left. Yeah, we're out of more of the E3 stuff. I will probably do... Is there... Here we go. Here is a roundup. So I'll do a quick roundup. This is a really fast-paced roundup of just a whole heap of things that got announced. So if you missed anything during E3, again, go check out the Let's Watches if you want to find anything specifically. Just head to Google if you want to watch any trailers. But here we go. During the Summer of Games, we saw Sky the Children of Light, Tribes Midgard, Sable, House of Ashes from Dark Pictures, Lost Ark, Jurassic World Evolution, Vampire the Masquerade, Elden Ring, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, just for Owl, 2 Point Campus. Then during Koch Media, we saw King's Bounty 2, Encase, Crossfire Legion, Dolmen, Gungrave Gore, Scars Above, The Chant, The Lost Oriku. Then during the Ubisoft presentation, we saw Riders Republic, which actually looked pretty cool. Rainbow Six Extraction, Just Dance 2022, Avatar: The Frontiers of Pandora, Mario: The Rabbids of Hope, of Sparks of Hope. And then during Devolver Digital, we saw Death's Door, Inscription, Tumble Time, Demon Throttle, Track to Yomi, which looks really fucking cool, Wizard with a Gun. I actually feel like there's something else there that's missing, but... Then during Xbox Bethesda, which actually showed quite a lot despite what people think, was Flight Simulator, The Ascent, Hades, 12 Minute, Psychonauts 2, Origami 2, Diablo 2 for some reason, Battlefield 2042, Age of Empires 4, Forza 5, The Anarchus, Shredders, Halo Infinite, Among Us on Xbox, Stalker 2, Redfall, Starfield, which we still don't know much about, A Plague Requiem, Ueden Chronicle Rising, Party Animals, Replacer, Slime Rancher 2, Somaville, Ueden Chronicles Rising, and 100 Heroes. I think they've got that twice for some reason. Then Square Enix had Life is Strange Remastered Collection, Guardians of the Galaxy, Hitman Sniper, Stranger of Paradise, a Final Fantasy Origin, which we will be playing after this stream. And now, yeah, Square Enix was a very weird one. I didn't remember 5 Volt's name. Wonderlands? Yeah, Wonderlands, I'm curious how that will be. That might be fun. I think we might have to play that. Bethesda made me happy last this year. That's good to hear, Al. That's what we want to hear from E3s. I keep forgetting Age of Empires 4 is a thing. It looks really undercooked, CJ. I hope that game goes through some visual fix-ups. Nintendo had quite a lot. Oh shoot.
Nintendies, be they crispy or from Wendy's. Spend my hard-earned good boy points on Kids Meal Bull Pit Burger joints.
I think all my mods are here. Hey Rainbow, how you doing? I hope they actually make a co-op for Elder Scrolls Fallout that isn't online or 76. I think that's a pretty big ass medic. Maybe the new engine might be able to handle it, but they need to work in like they need to figure it out in advance whether or not they want to do that, and I don't know if they will be able to. I think that will be very much not something that they will focus on necessarily, but it'd be really nice to see that, honestly. Wendy's? Yeah. Worms Rumble on Switch. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, WarioWare Get It Together, DBZ Kakarot, Astria Ascending, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, Metroid Dread, Mario Party Superstars, Cruisin' Blast on Switch, Shin Megami Tensei 5, The Game & Watch, Advance Wars 1 and 2, Danganronpa, Fatal Frame, Maiden of the Black from the Wii, Maiden from Black Water, sorry, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Oh. But that's everything. That's almost all the games. So if you didn't see anything and you didn't see any particular trailers, I'll drop this in chat. You can always Google them, go check them out. These are very, very... There's some really fucking fun shit in here. As much as people want to talk down and what got announced this year, there is some really fun stuff in here. The mods from... the Akatsuki members from Naruto. I'm Pain. Shit, yeah. I'd love to be Pain. That'd be amazing, Medic. If you guys don't know, I think that Naruto personally ends when Naruto fights Pain. That is the best fight in Naruto. It's so good. I love it so much. Between Starfield and 76 and the Bethesda has me excited. So Al, are you still playing 76? I was trying to find if anyone in chat was playing 76 or if it's gotten any better, because people still hate on that game pretty heavily as far as I know. I call Hidan. I want to be the fucking murder hell at... Oh my god. Actually, I take that back. I think that because my favorite character from Naruto is Shikamaru, I think the Hidan, like the Hidan and what's the other guy's name? That particular arc is so good. Holy shit. I love Shippuden so much. Minus the war. The war can just get fucked, but yeah. Alright. July 2021 live letter for Final Fantasy XIV will actually include Yoko Taro and Yosuke Saito. So if you guys haven't been keeping up, the storyline for the Final Fantasy XIV event raid has finished up in 14, and holy shit, that Nier raid is killer. I love it. The extra lore is so good, but it's kind of ended off in a funny way that I don't know if I don't know why we're going to have a live letter. Maybe it's Yoko Taro just talking about why he did certain things or flesh out some ideas he had here, but Nier will probably not have anything to do with it anymore, but I don't know if that means that maybe Yoko Taro wants to be somewhat involved with the Final Fantasy XIV team. I don't know. But yeah, still super fun. I'm curious what this live letter will have. Also, it's just always fun to hear Yoko Taro talk shit. I was watching 70 episodes of Shippuden before I stopped. The last thing I remember was the Leaf Village being attacked by some guy baking a potato? What? CJ, are you talking about Pain? Baking a potato? If you want to go into day quick, oh, so much better. Still laggy, still a small amount of glitches, but the engine, the creation engine is shit. Yeah, Al, I think it's super duper retrofitted in a way that I don't think that it worked very well, but I also think that the team has not done a fantastic job. How many mods are there? There's 4. I have 4 mods. Generally to try and keep most of the different categories of games, but also the fact that it's different. Some of them are awake at different times of the day, sort of thing, or active during different times. Well, it feels like most of them... Actually, no, sorry. I said 4 mods. That's not true. We're missing one. We're missing Kuro. Kuro has been very busy. I haven't seen her in ages. She runs her own stream and she's studying at the moment, so she's very much a ghost. You will only see her sometimes. Cyberpunk 2077 returns to the PlayStation Store next week. Oh my god. Yeah, so I don't know why this is returning already. Considering lawsuits are still happening around this particular game and the fact that they are kind of strange about how they're offering refunds, then it's... I don't know, it's very, very strange that they're doing this. I envision some bad shit to come about with this. However, the thing is, what I will say about this is apparently it's coming to the store, but it's not purchasable. Apparently, it's only going to be visible and downloadable again. It's not going to be necessarily something that you can go and buy. But I don't know when that's going to open up, because if they're bringing it back, there is a reason they want to bring it back. And they're probably hoping people are going to forget about it. But this is pretty grimy, and I'm not sure why Sony is allowing this to happen. So either Sony has been kind of tricked, because apparently the game hasn't really been changed in any way, to bring it back to the store, or there's something else going on that we don't know. So, Cyberpunk's coming back, yeah. Kuro, yeah. Kuro's been busy. Send her good luck. She will get through her studies and she'll probably return to us at some point. Alright. Nintendo has a diverse lineup for 2021, but 2022 is when the real blockbusters return. So this is just an opinion piece. I kind of agree with this one. Now, it was a funny year for E3 just in general. We're still recovering from COVID, and last year's hits still are hitting this year. But we still have some really good stuff coming out. And I think that overall, I am excited for what's coming out this year. But what I will say, and also the fact that we didn't see Sony wasn't at E3, and also things like Pokemon and stuff like that have already done their announcements. Some announcements have happened outside of E3, like around it. But yeah, it's still an interesting year, but we're probably going to see a heavier year next year, maybe. Also, Coach Carter, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it. What were you doing? How was your stream? Now, I think I'm going to beat my mods to it, but I'll give you a shout out, man. What are we doing? Metopia. Oh shit. How you been finding it? I've been watching Arkadav's stream a bit, and it's been fun because some of those faces are bonkers. I can't get over how good the faces are in Metopia that you can make. Hopefully that actually does return to the Switch and we can make faces like that in other things, but yeah. I'm going to take a cold shower, have a good stream. No prob buns. I'll probably be finishing with the news very shortly, and then we'll be jumping into Stranger in Paradise. All I can think of is Jesse Cox singing Cheeseburger in Paradise whenever I talk about that title. You're dying in this heat? Oh shit, it's super cold here. How hot is it right now for you guys? It's like, according to my computer, it is currently 15 degrees. So it's very cold here. But yeah. Alright. Nintendo Direct leads the E3 viewership, even though despite what we were just talking about, they hit 3.1 millions at peak for viewership. This is why Nintendo are very, very excited. It's 13 here. It might actually, my thing might not be correct actually, CJ. I think it might not have my my location. I think it's giving me an average. I think it is probably like 13 or something. It's pretty cold. It was 100 degrees up to 104 Fahrenheit. I think that's pretty high. I feel like that might be like in the 30s range, is it? Unsure. I think it sounds hot to me, Buns. Go have a cold shower though, that sounds good. But yeah, now, as you can see, so here is each of the breakdowns for viewership. So almost everyone got over 1 million, which is pretty cool. Minus the PC gaming shows. Those ones did appallingly, but that's just kind of how those be, unfortunately. But we have 1 million Devolver, 1.3 million Square Enix, 1.4 Ubisoft, so they're all about the same. But then 2.3 for Microsoft and Bethesda, and 3.1 for like Nintendo, which is crazy. Most mods are online, but none of us active enough to share. Most of you, you're lazy. My mods, you guys so lazy. Gonna crack the whip. It's 20 degrees Celsius here. I'm crying. I'm used to a low. Oh god. Jeez. You usually have it so cold then, Rainbow. Wow. 10 degrees is very cold. I hear some people saying Nintendo was disappointing because they mostly showed remakes. Well, we were just talking about it, Carter. Like, we were pretty... I think that it was a good showcase. I think that they had a lot of stuff. I think the order was a bit stuff up. Like, I think it was just... They probably should have done things in a little bit of a different order. But, it's fine. It's all good. I think Nintendo will be fine. Like, it's not like people are going to not play or buy their games. Like, Nintendo just win. So, Picross is dope. I've never played a Picross. 10 degrees is I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. What the fudge? That's crazy. That's bonkers. What else is bonkers is this stupid game. So, I'm bringing up this news just so you guys don't have to tell me about this coming to the West. I love DMC, but I'm probably never going to play this. DMC Peak of Combat is getting an English version released. Now, if you guys don't know, this is the Chinese mobile game for Devil May Cry, and it's not great. And I don't know why this exists. I don't know why Capcom sold this IP off like this. It's very strange, and I don't know who this is for. But it's apparently coming to the West for some fucking reason. But yeah. Alright, more weird stuff though is this one's probably a bit of a heavier topic. Five Nights at Freddy's creator is retiring following political donation controversy. Alright, so if you guys don't know anything about the Five Nights at Freddy's creator, here's a little bit of a weird dude. Now, I won't speak too much about him personally in the sense that from what I know about him, but yeah, I'm not surprised as to who he donated to in a sense. But yeah, seems like people have discovered these things because of the fact that you have now you do find who donates to people for political stuff in America, which is interesting. But yeah, Aeon, hey Aeon, how you doing, man? Welcome on in. Are you going to be playing Monster Hunter later, Aeon? Because Square Enix with those mobile games? God. Yeah, but Square's got some good mobile games though, Buns is the thing though. But yeah. Now, so alright, so I'll jump into this. So the Five Nights at Freddy's creator, he's got a new game coming out, but he's actually handing over the reins to someone else he trusts apparently, because of the fact that he has been found that he was donating to the political campaigns specifically for people such as Donald Trump. And people were not happy about this because of the large amount of money. He actually gave a large amount of money. He gave over, I think it's like $40,000 in donations to right-wing parties. Now, it's rubbed a lot of people on the internet quite in the wrong way, and people have kind of lashed out at him and things like that. Some people have defended him and things like that, but he's a bit of a, I don't want to say sensitive man, but I remember from earlier blog stuff, like how his reaction to some of the things about him making games and people reacting to stuff, because he's one of those indie guys that kind of does his own flow in his own way, but then got swept into the big like pop culture world and kind of intense sort of, yeah, it kind of made a weird duality to him in a sense. But yeah, isn't he in some odd religion too? He's very religious. I don't remember which specific he is. I believe he's a sect of Christianity, maybe. I can't remember, but I remember the original stories about him is he would make games while he was driving to church and things like that. So like, it was weird to have him make a game like Five Nights at Freddy's, but what he was religiously. It was just very strange. But yeah. Anyway, who the fuck is Scott Cawthon? All I know is Matt Pat, the real creator of Five Nights at Freddy's. I saw this meme before, Rainbow. I still don't quite understand it. Also, Matt Pat's also kind of a piece of shit from what I know as well, but I probably shouldn't have said that aloud, but that's okay. This entire situation upsets me to the point I had to get off Twitter for most of the week. Yeah, this one's a pretty big controversy. Again, I'm not going to like go too heavy into specifics with it, but if you are interested, you can look up the story more, because I don't have any vested interest in Five Nights at Freddy's. I just know him as an indie dev but yeah. What did Matt Pat do? Okay, Rainbow, obviously you don't know a lot of stuff about him in a sense, but he's pretty notorious with some stuff, but yeah. Twitter is a cancer we can't get rid of. I like Twitter personally, but I think people go into it in a different way to me. I don't know. I don't mind YouTube comments. I don't mind comments. I don't mind Twitch chat. I don't mind Twitter, but that's probably because of the spaces I interact with. I know some people get very upset and it's easier to trigger people, but I've never really too concerned with that stuff. I like what Twitter gives me access to, but I resent the gen pop of Twitter. A lot of shitty stuff between him and the fans. There's a lot of shitty stuff beyond that owl as well. Like, yeah, I won't go into it here, but there is, if you wanted to dive into it, there'd probably be videos about it. There would be, of course, there's going to be Twitter grief with, not Twitter, YouTube grief videos on him for sure. But yeah, anyway, let's keep moving. So, Getsu Fumaden, a game I really want to play. Undying Moon gets an update called, and adds Getsu Renge. So, this is that roguelike action game, side-scroller roguelike action game that is very, like, aggressive, Muramasa style art. It looks so good. I think the art style is killer. I hope the gameplay is really fun, but I'm really looking forward to playing this game, and it's getting a new character. So, this looks really fun. I'm very excited. So, yeah. Japanese indie games always usually take my fancy. I only know him from Five Nights at Freddy's theories and my middle school days. He's notorious for his theories as well, Rainbow. Some of his theories caused a lot of problems in various groups. Let's just say Toby Fox does not like him, is what I'm fairly sure I remember. So, yeah. Anyway, let's keep moving. Twitter may suck, but go follow my Twitter. I don't know about that. Mine's a lot of retweets about stuff. Is Ness Sans Undertale? Oh my god. But here we are. It's time for oh my gosh. Scrubby. You can't make me exercise in the middle of news. I will save that exercise for after. We've only got a few artists to go, but welcome in, Scrubby. How you doing, man? How's stream been? Stranger in Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin demo, dates extended. If you guys didn't know, the demo went live post E3 announcement for it. However, it was broken, and you could download it, but it wouldn't open, it wouldn't play. Now, I am going to play this after stream. I've already completed it once. I actually really enjoy it. I'm a big fan of Neo, so I'd love to show this off to people because Neo is super fun and it retains a lot of it. And yeah. This game is going to be super fun. I think it's going to be very niche and a lot of people that aren't very good at action games. And I think people who aren't good at action games or don't like that style of combat will probably really struggle with this game. There's a point in the demo that's actually quite tough and it took me quite a few tries to get through it just because I was learning the new systems. But yeah, I think this game might actually be really killer. I think that people will it will have a cult following. I don't think it's for everyone, but yeah. Thank you for supporting me. No problem, Scrubby. I really, it's one of those things. I actually follow quite a lot of people, so whenever I'm at a different point in the day, I'll usually be hosting, or not hosting, but watching various different streams at once, just to help people out. Will it be Killer is Dead? I don't know what you mean, CJ. Do you mean as in the art style looks like Killer is Dead? Or do you mean cult classic as in Killer is Dead's like levels of cult classic? It's not going to be that. It'll be much bigger than that. I think this will actually have an okay fan base in a sense, but anyway. Only a few more to go, chat, and we're almost done. Pokemon Unite launches for July on Switch, September for iOS and Android. So I didn't watch this, but apparently there is a new trailer for Pokemon Unite. I'm not going to play this. This is the Pokemon MOBA on the handhelds. People are not too impressed with it to some degree. Apparently this game is going to get costumes. This is the first cinematic trailer we've had for this, isn't it? You said it would be killer, and then the first game... Oh, okay. That makes more sense. God, this looks good, like it'll play good, but I don't know. It's a mobile MOBA. I can't imagine it being amazing. Oh, thank you for the water, Alex. Hang on, you catch Pokemon in this? I didn't really see you caught the Pokemon in the wild areas. No Slark or Ogre Magi. Why even play the MOBA? Lillipup dies. Pokemon just fucking die in this. Do you know what's funny is watching this actually looks like the Bandai Namco cinematics. Oh, Pikachu looked kind of weird there. This kind of... Chat, am I crazy? Is this... This looks similar to the Bandai Namco style cinematics for Pokemon. Did they just rip off the art style, or is this... I play so many mobile MOBAs. Ow. They straight up slaughtering Pokemon for the lols. I mean, that's the jungle. Did that Lucario just fucking dunk on Absol? I mean, Medic, you can't bring up like that. Pokemon Go is the most grindy game ever. Like, and it's just catching for fun. And then you grind them into candies. You gonna go sleep? No problem, Alex. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, the game doesn't look terrible. It's still super weird, and I'm not going to play it. But it's certainly a MOBA. That Mr. Mime skill looks stuffed. Like, I heard people talking about it, and it's like, that looks really dumb. Just literally trap an entire lane. Has to be a super. Surely that's like a super. Wait, it's about dunking baskets? Is this a MOBA or Pyre? I don't know, CJ. But it's a child-friendly MOBA, essentially. But so I think that game will do crazy well, honestly. I will probably not play it. Maybe we'll check out a demo at some point, but I don't know. Chris Tales is getting an open cinematic. Chris is almost going to be releasing at some point, and that's crazy. This game has been talked about for so long. Hopefully this game is fun. People have been waiting for this for quite some time. I really like how the game looks and how it controls, but it looks like it'll control and handle, but the game looks so weird. It looks very simple to me, Al, but I think it's one of those things that MOBAs kind of are simple. It's all about the PvP in a sense. Me Tails? You Tails. What does that have game to do Chris Chan? Oh god, CJ. Was not expecting that complete turn there. I need to sleep, but I have to ask you first in Nier. It's free on Game Pass, and I was thinking of playing it. I didn't see much of it. Wait, which Nier? Are you talking about Automata? Automata is fantastic. Automata is definitely worth playing. If you are a fan of niche games, I would suggest playing the remake for Nier Replicant. But Automata, I would suggest. It's one of Platinum. I think it might be Platinum's best work next to Metal Gear Revengeance, honestly. And I really like Bayonetta, but yeah, I honestly think that if you want a full game with really good story and just world and everything, definitely check out Automata. Automata, I think, is a game I would suggest to 90% of people. There's a reason it saved Platinum? 100%. Square Enix made a really good choice there. I think the combination of people there working on that one went really well. Other Platinum games, really unsure at this stage. If I find a way to ban you, I'll bring up that ever again. Cursed man? You mean cursed woman? Al, thank you very much. I really like Astral Chain, but those are comparable. I didn't like Astral Chain, Waddy. It's really funny because I never finished it. I got so close to finishing Astral Chain and I just bounced off. Maybe one day I'll finish it. Apparently the ending gets bonkers crazy Platinum style, which I probably really want to, but the combat really just didn't do it for me. But yeah. Anyway, last piece of news. It's just Twitch stuff. So Twitch and games, we already saw the stats for I guess the different E3s. E3 probably really helped with Twitch viewership as well. But yeah, holy crap. Viewership's still going up on Twitch. It's just going up and up and up and up and up. People just want to play games, watch games, just live games. Games are pretty cool. But as you can see, the top 10 categories for Twitch were just chatting, Grand Theft Auto, League of Legends, Valorant, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Counter-Strike, Minecraft, Apex, and Resident Evil Village. Now that's pretty cool. I think Resident Evil Village breaking in is very good. To see a single-player experience breaking into the multiplayers is very, very cool. And yeah, if you really do care about Twitch stats, you can always hit me up. I always I have a few websites that I do look at some of this stuff sometimes. And there's some pretty interesting stats out there related to games like this, or games in general for Twitch. But yeah, viewership is good. People are happy on Twitch. More improvements. There's been some new improvements, such as like animated emotes, first time chatting. There's some new chat adjustments, so mods and streamers can do a few new things in chat. But yeah, it's good. It's a good space right now. You're gonna head to sleep because my head is hurt? No problem, Waddy. Have a good sleep. Quick fat. I sing along to your streams, starting music every single time. Oh my god, Waddy, really? It's so funny because I can't that music has broken me. I used to know that from Monster Hunter. It's like, don't ever set your favorite music or music you really love to your ringtone for waking you up or anything like that. To your ringtone or to your alarm. Never do that. It'll mess you up. I can't hear certain songs anymore, like Zetsubo Billy from Maximum the Hormone. I can't hear that song anymore. That's super broken for me now. There's things like that, and I think that intro song kind of has had that happen. I think the same with the background music for the BGM as well. There's just certain songs now that's I'm kind of all messed up with. But yeah, enjoy your sleep, Waddy. Thank you for hanging out. But that's the last news article, actually, everyone. So I'm actually going to take a quick break. I was actually we were doing the news. The news is becoming longer and longer, honestly. But we've done a lot of news. I do want to play Stranger in Paradise. I don't know if Aeon is going to be around later for Monhun. Don't know if he said he was, but if he is, then we might do a bit of Monster Hunter. But I do want to play Stranger in Paradise, so we might do that because I think it'll be fun. But anyway, I'm gonna quickly BRB. And then we'll jump into Stranger in Paradise. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the news. E3 is always a very busy time. We got through it all. And I think there's a decent lineup for the rest of the year, honestly. This year into next year, at least there's still a lot of stuff. I was looking at something as there was I don't know if I put that somewhere. Where did I put it? There was a really good article that had like a nice lineup of like things coming out over the year, just as an infograph. It might have been on a Reddit, but it was a really good infograph to show what was coming up in the future of this year, and with like bigger titles and things like that. And there is a kind of a dead zone around like the October-November period. But do you know why that is? Is because we haven't gotten the announcements for the announcements for that time period. Those will be coming out soon, I believe. Sony will do a few things. There'll be a few things they'll just like sort of drop. So just be prepared for more announcements to come out around that time period. So, because Battlefield, everyone's afraid of Battlefield. I want to try and find that infograph. I wish I had grabbed that now, CJ. There's a really good infograph for stuff coming out over the next year or two. But yeah, fuck every game. God, I'll definitely have to try and get a PC for that game. But yeah. Alright, time for a break, and then I'll be back with Stranger in Paradise. I wonder if it even has a thing in Twitch. I guess we'll find out. Alright, be back soon, guys. Thanks for watching.